I used this cheap amp, the Boss Katana, to record an entire professional song, and I am shocked how it turned out. For the record, I'm Joey, professional guitar player, singer, songwriter, producer, face maker, you name it. And I released a video recently about the Boss Katana, and how absolutely amazing it can sound if you use it with an external IR, because it makes that amp just so much better. Actually, it sounded so good that many of you confused it with a much more expensive Fractal FM9 that I usually use. So I thought, why not put the Katana to the real test? And the real test in my daily work is, how does this work in a professional track with a lot more layers and tracks with other instruments? Will it work? Will it sound professional? And is it good enough so I would actually use it in a professional recording situation? So, will it deliver? I'm not sure. Let's find out. For the track, we're going to use my own song called Lydia. It's a little instrumental song that I've written recently, and it's perfect to find out if this amp does everything I want it to do guitar-wise. I'm going to reveal my entire signal chain for this song at the end, but for now, let's hear it. That one. Did the Katana deliver in a full mix? Let me know in the comments. Now, before we go any further with all the details on how I use this Katana to get these crazy sounds, let me plug my guitar courses real quick. All the stuff that you just heard in that song is totally learnable, and I teach it in my guitar courses, whether that is melodic soloing, melodic riff writing, how to get the best guitar tones. I got a tone course, and all my courses are 20% discounted right now because it's Christmas time and it's my little present to you guys. So if you want to work on your playing during holidays, during winter time, and if you want to be inspired and have fun while you're practicing, check out my guitar courses. The deals are massive, and if you bundle more courses at checkout, you can save even more. Check it out in the description down below. Now, let's go through the settings and my signal chain. We start with the guitar. This is a Nick Huber JJ, my signature guitar, and we go straight into the Boss Katana. And from there, I pretty much programmed 3 presets for the entire song. The first first one is programmed on channel 1, and you saw me switch through the channels because I don't have that foot switch right here. But the first channel is my lead sound with the delay. So I use the brown amp type in the normal mode, have the gain I'd say roughly around 3 o'clock, a little bit before that, 2 o'clock, and then bass, middle, treble. I didn't change a lot, a little bit more mids, a little bit less treble, and then I activated the booster because I needed a little bit more gain than what the brown channel is capable of doing. So with the booster, I got a little bit more chug out of the sound. It's pretty saturated, pretty high gain, and you can already hear I also use the delay. I use the delay in the orange setting, which I think is the tape delay, pretty loud because it needed to cut through all the other guitar tracks in the mix. Just awesome. This is what I use 60-70% of the song. Until we move into that fast down picking section, this is where I use the channel 2. Channel 2 is, again, the brown amp type, but I use the variation of it. That's why that red LED is on. Same EQ settings, same booster settings. So this is, again, a boosted signal. And then I used the modulation on red, which I think is the phaser. Turn it up pretty loud so we really hear the effect, because that's what I want to do. I want to create some movement so the track doesn't get too boring. No delays on that one, and that's already it. It's a dry sound with the phaser. Pretty cool sound, pretty saturated, but it totally delivered in the mix. It was capable of cutting through all the other tracks, and it's really a nice, badass kind of sound. The third preset is for the final section of the song where we bring it all home. I have, again, the brown amp type in the normal setting. I have the modulation set to orange, which is the flanger, and then I have the delay on as well, so you get this really nice. And I didn't change anything else. The EQ setting, again, the same, just a different combination of modulation and delay. And that's pretty much it, guys. I used a very simple setup. And then out of the Katana, we go into an external IR, as I said in the beginning, because the Katana sounds a lot better if you use an external IR. And the IR that I use is from Ownhammer. It's a Wagner 2x12 cabinet with a V30 speaker, mic with an SM57. And that's the only IR I use. I don't even use two. So everything you've heard was one IR. But that IR sounds so much better. It makes the Katana into a way more expensive sounding unit. It can definitely keep up with the Fractals, the Quad Cortexes of the world, the Line 6 Helixes. So this thing, if you use an external IR, can do it all. And this is pretty much the end of the signal chain, because after the IR, I go straight into my interface, and that is what you're hearing. And I can't believe this is actually a reality that I live in, that I have such an expensive setup and I can just use a Boss Katana, which is awesome. So definitely don't regret testing this amp. This is going back because I don't need to keep it. I have other stuff, but this just goes to show I tested it for you. If you want to have a professional sound, if you want to record professionally, and you only have that amount of money, no problem. This guy will deliver. As always, I've been Joey. I hope you learned something. If you did, subscribe, like, leave a comment below. We do that stuff all the time. Check out my guitar course if you're into that kind of melodic playing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.